please go to the Sexy Cigar Lounge on YouTube and subscribe to the channel. But for tonight, we got our backup channel, and there's a lot of people watching on Facebook. What's going on, Brent?
Hey, what's up, man? We got a very interesting topic tonight. It's very current in the news cycle, and shout out to Sex Cigar Lounge, YouTube trying to, they don't want us to be great, but we gonna work with them with our backup channel. I hope everybody come in and subscribe, and hopefully we can take that momentum back over to the the main one. And yeah, man, we've been having fun all day in the clubhouse room. So follow us on all social media platforms: Clubhouse, Facebook, Instagram, and of course YouTube. We're gonna bring it to you. I'm staying a score on all social media platforms. Yep. And back to you, JJ.
For sure, for sure. Hey, man, Drewski, what up, brother? I miss you, man. Where you been?
Man, what's good? What up, gang? Hey, man, I've been chilling, man, waiting for us to get back popping with the show, man. Um, hey guys, miss you guys. What's going on, everybody? Hey, man, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, man. They trying to stop us, but we gonna keep bringing that heat, y'all. So follow us on all social media platforms at the Sexy Cigar Lounge. Back to you, JJ.
For sure. Man, I got my dog Anton in the building. What up, Anton?
Big JJ, happy to be back again. Sexy Cigar Lounge and family, and friends listening in.
For sure, for sure. Hey, man, my dog Rocky in the building. Big Rock, what up?
Hey man, what's up, everybody? I'm gonna first off say thank you, JJ, for allowing me to be here today, man. It's been a minute, man. It seemed like forever since I've been on here, man. But I'm always happy to be on. We got this topic is I'm gonna have a lot to say about this. Also, I fully expect my Facebook friends, my followers on Twitter as well as on YouTube are gonna have something to say as well. So if you want to say something, you want to call in, you want to make a comment about what happened or what's happening, give us a call at 617-691-8001. You can call in and you can speak to us live and in color.
For Shiggity. Man, last but not least, man. Y'all know we got the princes in the building. The princess of all princesses in the building. Chrissy, where the hell you been?
Man, what's up, y'all? JJ, I've been staying busy, productive. I got some personal goals of mine I'm trying to accomplish right now. So y'all bear with me, I gotta get through this process. But thank you for letting me come on the show tonight. Y'all peep the merch. Y'all, I know y'all see it. The Sexy Cigar Lounge, peep the merch, man. If you ain't got it by now, what is you doing? Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and follow all the pages. We on Clubhouse, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, the Sexy Cigar Lounge. And make sure y'all follow your girl Chrissy Martini. I'm on all social media platforms. And let's get into this thing, JJ.
Hey, man. Trump, man. Trump is indicted. A grand jury indicted Trump on mishandling funds, money, hush money to a prostitute. Is that right? Is she a prostitute?
I don't know if she's a prostitute, but she's definitely a sex worker.
It said adult film actress or something like that. So she is adult film
Prostitute. Oh, hey, I got my dog Dante just jumped on the scene, man. Dante, what up, bro?
What's up? What's up?
Policy over the people.
Talking about Trump, man. Talking about Trump, man. Hey, first of all, man, Donald J. Trump, bro. You finally caught up with your ass on Donald J. Trump. It has caught up with you, Donald J. Trump. And I know my light-skinned brother want to cut me off so bad right now. I know he want to cut me off so bad right
Nah,
now.
I'm good. I'm good.
But go ahead, brother. What you got to
Every
say about
great
your Uncle
man was
Tom?
prosecuted by his own people. Gandhi, Jesus, Muhammad. Every great man was prosecuted by their own people. You know what I mean? This is look. Ain't much gonna happen to the big homie. We all know this. This is just a distraction. But what kind of gets me in my what twists up my cigar is that how many of my fellow, black people, community or whatever, who are cheering this song. You know what I mean? When he did so much for us during his administration. Is this the thanks he get? And we should be rallying outside the courthouse, just like they did on Lean on Me. Get Joe Clark out of there. You know what I mean? Let him do what he do. Get him free Donald Trump so he could get back to the work at hand, and that's making America great.
Wait,
You know what I'm saying?
Brent, you just
Bro,
compared
did you just
Brent, you
compare?
worked for the campaign? You was campaign manager or something?
You just compared Donald Trump to Batman.
When you're not strong.
I made the Jesus reference. I made the Gandhi reference. I made the Muhammad reference.
You left Rosa Parks
Great
out.
men who are prosecuted by their own people, the people that the people they were trying to help.
You
know what I
really
mean?
referred this man to Muhammad?
Brent.
So
Brent,
let me
beat
get
it. Beat it, Brent.
Brent, let me get this right. You're comparing Jesus to a man who paid hush money to an adult film star.
right.
Let me just ask you this. What do you think he was asking her to hush about?
And my thing is this: why you acting like he got arrested for the people? He got arrested.
What I'm saying is they're trying to this has nothing. Whatever he got going on with Stormy Daniels, you know what I mean, has nothing to do with the American people. You know what I mean? It has nothing to do with that. It's just a distraction.
Is Stormy Daniels an American?
What really
Isn't
matters?
she American?
No, what I'm saying, it's just a distraction to take our mind off what really matters. You know what I mean? And look, allow the man to run and promote his campaign and let the best man win. And that's all American people are asking for.
If he getting hush money for prostitutes or whatever you want to call her title, ain't no telling what else he do.
I mean, look, man, all great men know you gonna get your hands a little dirty into people's business.
Brent, this is also a man who has used legal maneuvers to avoid paying invoices submitted by small businesses for multi-million-dollar projects that he built. Like, this is the worst kind of dude in the world, bro. This is the sleaziest kind of guy you ever want to meet. Like I say, I'm not a Trump fan at all, right? But I don't see any way you can stand up for a guy that would cheat small businesses, right? Cheat on his wife and then pay a hush money to prostitutes or adult film stars. Like, this guy is despicable, Brent.
Hey, I'm pretty sure you supported a guy like that. His name is Bill Clinton. You know what I mean? So let's not wash our hands clean because of this man's personal endeavors. You know what I mean?
But Brent, this actually is a good point, because you are of the people in the space amongst the hardest on criminals. Why all of a sudden this one criminal, which is a criminal, he's been indicted. Why where's the zero tolerance attitude towards criminals now, considering that you have that with all the other criminals, and the law is the law, you knew the law before you broke it. Where is that now when we're dealing with it? with this
And to
guy.
add to that too, Dante. So Brent, you reference leaders like Jesus and Muhammad, but they led by example. How is this leading by example, Brent?
Look, it's not a clean business. You know what I mean? Every politician up there done got their hands dirty in something. But I'm speaking for my people. I'm a black African American, right? And during Trump's time in office, there was a historic low of unemployment in our community. There was a historic
That
low
happened
of
before he
poverty
got
in
in
our community.
office. That
You know what I
happened
mean?
before he got in.
He gave money to HBCUs, in which of a lot of our cousins, nephews, nieces, attend. He freed up the damn zones or whatever, so people could open businesses and stuff like that. The man did a lot of stuff that positively impacted the black community.
Now,
You know,
let's
and,
talk about what he did for what is known as the empowerment zones. And Dante, as a real estate mogul in the city of Chicago, I'm sure you can speak to this much better than I can. But what he essentially did was gave a tax break to his friends who are already wealthy, who would invest in these what he called empowerment zones, which, in my opinion, only sped up what we know as gentrification. So that at the end of the day, did that really help black people?
so can you combat the historic low poverty
He gonna go
that
back.
impacted the community, the historic low unemployment that impacted the community? You know what I mean? Do you have anything to say about that?
Well,
That did happen during his term.
I will say this: give me a sector, a job sector in which Trump's policies led to the reduction in black unemployment. I just want a policy that he instituted, because we do know that the economic moves made by a sitting president will not really take hold and make an impact until much later on down the line. So if we're being completely fair about what has happened, we have to give credit to his predecessor
Oh, come on now.
regarding the low unemployment numbers that won
The
Barack
same
Hussein
predecessor
Obama.
that laughed and chuckled when asked about African American reparations, but gave the goddamn Jews what 5 billion or something
So
like
so
that.
there again we playing
You know what I mean? So
we're playing
I
fast and loose
I
with
wasn't even
we're
gonna
playing
bring up
fast
this
and loose with
predecessor.
the truth. So Brent, we're playing
I'm
fast and
finna
loose
tap
with the
into Brent
truth.
ass in a few minutes, bro.
We're playing fast and loose with the truth. When you talk about what President Obama did, what he simply did was settle a lawsuit. Settle a lawsuit. That's what he did. He didn't give reparations. He settled a lawsuit.
No, Rock, I think you need to double check that one, man. He gave them money. He awarded them money. He gave money to Holocaust
I've done my research.
survivors.
He settled a lawsuit.
Oh, all right. People, do your
Because
research and
because
y'all
because
get back with us.
because if I remember right, in order to distribute funds, right?
Right.
I think that is done by Congress. I don't think that's a role in president
For a man,
of the executive branch. I don't think they allocate funds. I think that's a role of the Congress, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, my question, Rock, why would a man, when asked about reparations for historical black Americans, when asked about reparations for black people, he would laugh, but will support something that gave money to Holocaust survivors? Why would he even support it in the first place?
This is what I would say.
When his position on reparations was laughable. You know what I mean?
This is what I would say. To ask a man what he thinks about reparations when he does not fall in the category of which qualifies for reparations, I don't think that's a
Barack
fair
Obama ain't
assessment.
black.
reparations are not paid to black people.
But
They're
how's it?
paid.
Wait, whoa.
What was the one? I was trying to understand what he was saying.
Reparations are paid to descendants
Oh yeah.
of slavery, of American chattel slavery. He is not a descendant of American chattel slavery.
Okay, so now he's not black no more. Okay.
Hold on, Britt. What you mean Barack Obama not black, bro?
No, I felt like if we're gonna celebrate him as our first black president, why wouldn't he support a black movement when it came to reparations? You know what I mean? So it's either one or the other. Either he's our first black American
You got
president.
reparations.
What?
You got reparations.
Hey man, that's another topic. You know what I mean?
You got
Look, right.
reparations.
Look, because despite what my situation is, I fight for the people.
The
Unlike
PPP
your boy
loan, the
Big
PPP
Joe,
loans,
you know, I fight for
stimulus
the
checks.
people. I fight for the people. You know what I mean?
But Brent, how you fight for the people when you clearly are trying to support a known bigot, a known racist, a guy that doesn't give a damn about nobody but himself, a big time narcissist that clearly we all knew eventually all of his shenanigans was gonna catch up with him.
You know, Kanye West said it, JJ. He would rather deal with someone that called him an N-word to his face
And now you quote Kanye West.
than deal with someone who signed him to a 10-year, 360 deal in which he gets pennies on the goddamn dollar. You know what I mean?
He went from Trump to Kanye West.
You reaching, Brent.
I'm not reaching. What I'm saying is, I would rather deal with a president who is raw in his thoughts, who says exactly how he feel, than someone who just feed me a bunch of who's taking my vote for granted. You know what I mean? Who clearly is taking my vote for granted.
The fact that you even think that it's okay to say that's the even bigger issue.
That's
you
crazy,
think
but
you
also
have the right to say that. Like that's crazy.
it's like, okay, everybody would rather somebody be truthful, unless what their truth is crazy and stupid. It's like it doesn't change the fact that their truth is crazy and stupid because they said it. That doesn't make it better. Like, oh well, I heard it now. So imagine this, Brent. If I told you, oh man, I'm about to go in your house and rob you, take your couch, your TVs, and all your stuff, but I'm gonna do it in about a week. When I get there, you gonna not call the police and open the door and be like, well, at least you told me. No, you're not gonna do that. Why? Because you don't want your stuff stolen. I don't care if Trump told everybody and nobody that he hates me. If he hates me, you get what I'm saying?
So let's be realistic here. Trump never said any racial slur against anyone.
Real quick, Brent. Anybody want to call in? Please call in. Look at Rocky Miller's icon right there. 617-691-80. What the hell is that?
8001.
8001. Hey, we have a lot of Facebook watchers right now.
Hey, JJ,
please go. I know, right?
The phone lines are open.
Phone lines are open. Please go over to the Sexy Cigar Lounge on YouTube and hit that subscribe button. This is our back channel, our second page, but we want you to go over to the front page and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead.
And look, I want to apologize to everybody, and I want to apologize for trying to rally for someone who's just simply trying to get more money in your pocket, who's simply for the women who's trying to make sure your man is out there working and gainfully employed and they're able to bring some bread home for you. You know, I'm sorry for rallying for a guy who made it where reservists and National Guards could sign up for the VA home loan, which is going to put a lot more people in minority groups, because we know that's who's joining the military, put them in homes and houses that they can own. You know what I mean? I'm sorry for rallying for a guy.
That's been a Republican, a Republican policy for
No,
years.
it has not.
Yes,
Trump
it has.
activated that. Trump
Yeah.
activated.
No,
No, JJ. It was always set forward for active duty armed force members of military members. It was always all military members, all active duty
That's
military
what I'm
members
saying,
got that.
Brent.
He extended it to the reservists and the National Guard.
That's been a thing, Brent.
Okay,
No, it has not.
but that's good, Brent. But what I'm saying is, Republicans have always supported the military.
Yeah.
Period, Brent.
I'm just apologizing for rallying for a guy who's actually trying to have a positive impact on people's lives, put more money in their pocket. They could buy more bread and bacon
So Brent,
and milk, you know.
let's talk about the crime that he's indicted for, right? Let's break that down. Right? He used campaign contributions to pay a porn star.
A stripper.
A scripper.
Rock. The man like to get his rocks off, all right? He thought he was just on a little pit
Is
stop.
it right though, Brent? Is it right?
A lot of you truckers know about little quick pit stops. We got a lot of them watching the Mikey in there. You know what a quick pit stop is. You know what I mean? And a pit stop usually don't make it out past the pit stop. What happens at Love stays at Love's. You get what I'm saying? And that's what he thought he was doing. So this little helper see that the man is running for president, and she wants to get some fame off him. Her juice box dried up a long time ago. You know what I mean? And now she's not able to cash in on that no more.
Are you victim blaming?
I'm not victim blaming.
I can't tell if he got her paying, if he paying hush money for it.
My question is, did she take the money?
She took the money.
So if she took the money, you know what I mean? Like, so she found the opportunity, you know what I mean? And she's trying to use the man's campaign to rejuvenate her career.
No, Brent. Let's be honest. Quarterly, someone who is in a campaign has to submit an ethics report that shows every person that was paid from money that was raised in that campaign. Mm-hmm. Don't you think it was plausible for someone at the ethics department to look at that and say, "Hey, why did he pay Stormy Daniels $100 and some $1,000? What campaign service did she provide?"
First of all, Stormy Daniels ain't got no ass at all, bro.
Nah, she ain't got no face either.
I mean, Stormy Daniels look like a man with a wig on. She look like Patrick Swayze, bro. So this man spent $150,000 on Patrick Swayze in a wig, bro.
I think Trump would admit he probably spent $149,000, wasted $149,000 on it. You know what I mean? But that's despite the point. You know what I mean? This has nothing to do with the truth.
This is
so you're
after,
saying there's nothing wrong with him.
Let me say this. He did this after he admitted in front of God and everybody that sometimes he just grabs them by the coochie.
Look, man.
I mean, to sacrifice a couple advertisements on TV.
Now I know you're a Trump guy, but please.
I ain't a Trump guy. I'm not a Trump guy.
I know
Whoa. What are you doing?
JJ, I'm cool with any of those our fellow pilgrim Americans that's willing to help me put some more money in my pocket. You know what I mean? I see through the personalities. It's not a feeling contest for me.
If Trump would have gave every veteran 100% just for serving, or gave every veteran 100% for going overseas to fight the war in the Gulf, I would have voted for Trump at that point. But hey,
he did a lot for the veterans, actually, though, Jay. He did a lot for the veterans.
What he did?
He did a lot for black people. And to me, you gotta be ashamed as a person in this community to be rallying against
Well,
someone who helped me. So,
what I know he did is what the people that I know he did a lot for, Brent, is the top 1%. He gave them the
1%.
biggest tax break since the 1980s.
but
That's who
Rock, he put more money in your pocket. See, Rock. I've always been a person who followed this philosophy, stay in my own lane. You know what I mean? I'm not worried about what the top percent doing. I'm not worried about what the bottom percent doing. I'm staying in my lane. And if this man is putting more money in my pocket, and I could bring home more bread and bacon and eggs and milk, you know what I mean? I'm a supporter. You know,
Brent, I have to think about fairness in this. And when I think about how much taxes my wife and I paid last year, and then I look at the fact that he paid a whopping $750 in income tax. And he claims that he's far more wealthy than I could ever dream of.
absolutely. But see,
Is that fair?
this is
fair?
you want to talk about fair, Rock? The same boosters and sponsors that were promoting Hillary Clinton and Joe Biden, they use those same damn loopholes that damn Trump.
They're not running for president.
But I'm pretty sure that all the candidates are using them same loopholes that Trump uses. And why we want to question the smart man for doing what he do?
Again, we don't have to question that. Barack Obama paid far more taxes than Trump. You know why? We saw Barack Obama's tax returns. Hillary and Bill Clinton paid far more money in taxes than Donald Trump. You know why we know that? Because they submitted their tax returns and for review. And you know why we know that Donald Trump paid $750? Because we had to get a court order to make him release his tax returns.
A crook, Brent. A straight crook.
You know what?
Man, hold on. He was a Christian man.
I am a Christian man, and I believe in redistribution to the people who are less fortunate, and that's what Trump did. It was less poverty in our community during his administration than any other time in history. You know what I mean?
Well, boss, I'm so glad.
Somebody else that he taking
and that's even considering that his administration happened during COVID.
I'm so glad you let me goes down to Walmart and gets the extra job, boss. Thanks you. I shows appreciate it. The jobs that were offered during the Trump era, right? There was not growth in high-tech jobs, Brent. Though the growth was in low-paying service industry jobs.
You know, Rock, you talked about the tax cuts he gave to the top 2%, right?
Yes.
Now, those are the business owners. Those are the people who
already had money,
who are creating most of the jobs, right? So the heavier you decide to tax these people, the less jobs they're able to create. You know what I mean? So the fact that he's able to, so the fact that these business owners, the top 2%, are able to expand their businesses and provide more jobs for the people, you know what I mean? That it trickles down to the less fortunate. You know what I mean?
Brent, is that the same reason why we haven't had an increase in the minimum wage for 20 years? Because
that's to the state, though.
No, it's a federal minimum wage as well. What are you talking about?
But right, okay, I get you. The minimum wage ain't meant to survive on. You know, black men, we were always called lazy, Rock. We always were called that. Hey, you know, black men don't want to work. But when we got a president who was out there fighting to create jobs or wherever, we took them jobs and we lessened the unemployment gap significantly during his administration. Poverty went down in our. What are we arguing against that? There's less poor people out there. administration.
he made I took offense to Trump because he took steps to break up the union of federal employees. I personally took offense to him doing that. He took steps to weaken our union. Right? Trump was the worst thing that ever happened to America, in my opinion. And I have at least 50 things that I can point to that, and a few more dollars in my bank account or in my pocket so I can buy more Hennessy and cigars is not going to dissuade me from looking at the truth in that he was a horrible human being and he was a horrible president.
You know, Rock, you choose to buy Hennessy and cigars with your money, but there was a man out there who needed that money to buy some eggs and milk for his family. You know what I mean? And Trump created opportunities where he can do that. You know what I mean? So, I mean, there was less poverty, not less middle class, not less, the 2%ers. It was less poverty. That means there was less people who are out there fighting for being hand to mouth when it came to food.
So what they got to do with Trump paying a prostitute $150,000, bro? What they got to do with anything, bro? Let's talk about that.
I'm not defending that.
Let's talk about that, though.
The man wanted to get his rocks off. You know what I mean?
No.
It was perfectly fine to get his rocks off, Brent. Matter of fact, I'm a favor of everybody that wants to get their rocks off, getting their rocks off. But he should not use funds that were raised for the purpose of campaigning to pay Stormy Daniels. He's a billionaire.
He should have found him a cheaper whore, man. He should have found him a cheaper whore.
Hey, man.
Well, I don't think he used those funds to pay for her. I think she, blackmailed
She
him.
extorted him, yeah.
Yeah, he used those funds to pay her off.
Well, we will never know the true reason why the money was paid. The money may have been paid so that she would not tell that he forcefully took it from her.
Ooh.
See, that might have, because he's had a number of situations and paid off and settled a number of harassment cases because we all know his propensity to grab women by the coochie. Those are his own words, Brent. Those are his own words. How do you explain that just that statement? That he told another grown man that sometimes you can walk up to him and just grab him by the coochie.
You're right. I think what hit the American people so hard, it was the first time that in a long time that we seen an alpha American male hold the position of president. Usually, and let's be honest, he was the first person that, at least in our lifetime, that didn't go up the political path, to run for president. First person in a long time who did that.
Who you talking about, Trump?
Trump, right. So I understood when
he's the first person in our history to be indicted on misappropriate use of funds to buy a Patrick Swayze stunt double.
I mean, man, like, look, hey, sausage making is not a pretty process. You know what I mean? Your hands get dirty. But at the end of the day, you got a perfect link that you could put between your hot dog bun and you can enjoy while watching football. I just think that look, I'm not here defending the man as he is if he's a saint. I'm pretty sure Trump got his hands dirty quite a few times. I'm pretty sure he's not the only one, a person who have served who got his hands dirty like that.
Yeah, bro,
I think this whole thing is just a distraction.
We're talking about the president of the United States, bro. See, we're not talking about a CEO of a company or a supervisor in a factory. We're talking about the president of the United States.
Well, and that's a conversation, JJ. That's a real conversation that we need to have as Americans. Do we need our president to be this high morally correct person who can't
Yes.
get shit done, who just feeds us a bunch of false promises, or do we need our president to be a man that's raw in his feelings? He communicates in a very raw way, and let's be honest, he's just a wolf, but he knows how to get shit done. He knows how to get shit done. Who we need as president? Do we need this man who can't even go over to damn Russia to freaking rather just give he just rather give goddamn money on a situation freaking like who we need is we need a goddamn wolf. Someone who can get the goddamn.
Here we go.
Nobody ain't did shit his entire time in goddamn office. And JJ, everybody on stage know that. Everybody on stage.
Except Jalen.
Yeah, Mr. Elrod.
Brother. You hear this man
What's
talking?
going on, everybody?
Come on, hey, Jalen.
Okay, y'all gonna bring this political juggernaut on stage, you know what I mean?
He is a
Who does this
juggernaut.
for a living?
You about to wake it up.
But hey.
We about to wake
just
it up.
wanted to say,
Jalen.
What's up?
Hey, man.
What's up?
Welcome to the stage, man. Welcome to the panel, man.
I appreciate it.
Hey, man. So, Britain has been defending Donald J. Trump.
I've been listening.
The whole podcast, bro.
I've been listening.
And I need you to school this man on what's going on. Because you are in the political realm of the Democratic Party.
I try to be.
Tell us what's going on. Tell us what's going on.
You know, the big news tonight is Donald Trump was indicted by a grand jury in Manhattan. And, oddly enough, I don't got an opinion either way. I haven't seen any evidence. I haven't seen the DA say anything. I haven't seen Trump's lawyer say anything. I haven't even read the indictment. I don't think anybody has. I don't think anybody can be saying whether or not this man is innocent or guilty. What I can say, though, is that his term as president speaks for itself. What I can say is that Joe Biden's time as president speaks for itself. When you look at black unemployment under Joe Biden and how it has gone down over his 2 years in office, when you see under Donald Trump, black unemployment had record highs, record high black poverty rate. You had a Justice Department that didn't care about black bodies being gunned down. Time
out, Jalen. Slow down, Jalen.
Okay.
What did you just say? Repeat that, because Brent has been defending Donald J. Trump.
Hold on, so are we just judging him by the COVID? Things that took over the things that we endured during COVID that the whole world suffered from. You know what I mean? Or are we judging him on his entire his entire 4 years?
School him, Jalen.
President.
School him, Jalen.
Both, because the responsibility you have to the American people doesn't evanesce when a crisis happens. If anything, it's exacerbated. You're more responsible in a time of crisis as president than you are in times of peace and tranquility. But we can talk about both. We can talk about pre-COVID and post-COVID, because black people weren't doing well in either under Donald Trump from the get-go.
I don't know about
That's
that.
not my opinion. That's not my opinion. That's facts. Donald Trump was handed a robust economy from Barack Obama. Shout out to the first black president who conducted himself with a dignity and a grace and an integrity that his successor completely lacked. When you look at the numbers, forget opinion, forget innuendo, forget emotions. You can't possibly say that Donald Trump was good for black America. When you look at those same numbers, you can't say that Joe Biden has been bad for black America. That's just not how that works. This is facts right now. This isn't my opinion. This is things folks can verify.
Jalen, I know you up there I know he's up there on Washington Hill or whatever the case may be, and he brushed shoulders
Capitol Hill
with the movers and shakers and whatever the case may be. But see, I'm down here in the trenches, bumping shoulders with the people walking the street. You know what I mean? And when I hear a woman on the street saying, "I can't even afford to buy my baby some eggs right now," I can't even afford the damn milk is $8. You know what I mean? I can't. I stopped driving because damn gas was so high at one point. You know, and I can't even afford the stuff in the grocery store when I get there. I'm trying to do the Lord's work out here. You know what I mean? And so I think I'm kind of like touching ground with the regular people of society. And I know you up there on the hill, you know what I mean, looking down at us, you know what I mean, and saying, hey, well, this stat shows this and that, this says that. I'm just down here with the people, you know what I mean? If anything, I'm the voice of the people, you know what I mean? And when I hear Tanika, who works at the dollar store, tell me she can't even afford to buy her baby some eggs and milk, it touches me. You know what I mean? It touches me. Right. Maybe it don't touch y'all, but it touches me right here. You know what I mean? And I don't know what to tell Tanika. This is your guy, Joe Biden. We need to go talk to him and ask him what's going on. Help us out. So I don't know. I don't know what that is. But it seemed like, I think I can speak for a lot who says, if we are doing well under the Biden administration, why we don't feel that way? You know what I mean? When we go to the grocery store, when we go to the aisle to check out, why we don't feel that way when we paying these high electric bills and stuff like that? Why we don't, who's looking out for us? And I'm just speaking for Tanika, who works at the dollar store, because she doesn't have a voice up there on the hill.
All right. That's enough of your rambling. School them, Jalen.
I know Kamika at the dollar store because I buy toilet paper because I wipe my ass just like everybody else, Brett. Don't know if you know that about me. So, what you can tell the young lady at the dollar store is that she's probably getting paid more than she would have otherwise because Donald Trump didn't think that people deserved to make more than $7.25 an hour. You can tell her that she finally has a government that's put in Main Street as a priority over Wall Street. You can see that in the expansion of the child tax credit. You can see that in the stimulus check that everyone got at the beginning of 2021. And Brett, if you have a problem with Joe Biden, I don't think you're going to run that 1,400 back to my boy. I just don't feel like you're going to do that. So if you really want to talk about why Tamika is dealing with what she's dealing with regarding inflation, you can start with Jerome Powell, who's chairman of the Fed, who was a Trump appointee who would not raise interest rates in June of 2021 because he thought it would hurt Wall Street. You can go all the way back to the CARES Act in 2020. That was a corporate giveaway, something that was going to help everyday people like you say you are, and like old girl Tanika who works at the dollar store, who I bought toilet paper from earlier today because I think you forget. As I sit on this high pedestal, I wipe my ass too, like everyone else. Imagine that. So what I would tell Tanika is that things are a little bit more complicated than what she might hear on the podcast or what she might hear from people who graduated from YouTube University and matriculated to Google School of the Arts.
Google School.
Yeah.
That's what I would say.
Right.
Because facts matter. Numbers matter.
Hey, somebody spiked Brent Hooker. That's what happened. Somebody spiked
I hear what Jalen's saying. And look, I know I'm clearly outclassed here. You know what I mean? It's just that I'm just down here with the people, and I hear their complaints.
Uncle Ruckus,
you
had plenty to say.
Yeah, somebody please get Brent off his soapbox.
Was I not at your charity event?
Jalen.
Right. Was I not at your charity event?
Yeah. You probably.
Rock said,
"Hey, you were," and I thanked you for how hard you and your lovely fiance worked. But I can only think now that you may have been on high, looking down low, saying, "Look at all those poor Negroes now."
Hey, Jay.
See.
Hold on, Britt.
Wow.
Hey, Jalen. I got a bunch of people watching, man. Jalen, you just shut Britt up just a second ago.
Absolutely. I know I'm outclassed, JJ. I'm messing with a league I don't supposed to be in. But I can't help, JJ, but to ignore the complaints of the people down here with me. See, I'm, I don't know where Jalen, but I'm down here in the trenches. You know what I mean? South Waco, stand up, South Waco, South Texas. You know what I mean? They see me out there in the streets talking to the people. You know what I mean?
But Brent, if it makes you feel any better, look, Trump couldn't defend himself any better than you either. So
this is the thing. This is the thing here, right? When Tanika come tell me she can't afford some eggs because they $8, I don't have the heart to tell her, well, they ain't raised the minimum wage. I say shit. That's a lot of money for eggs. You know what I mean? That's why I tell Tanika.
But time out. What did Tanika
eggs
do?
were $3 when Trump ran.
But hold on. What did Tanika do to get in a position where she's working, selling eggs and toilet paper, bro?
Tanika, I talked to Tanika. You know what I mean? She worked at the dollar store, And I'm sorry if she couldn't go to one of those Ivy League colleges, JJ, that maybe you and Jalen went to. You know what I mean? Maybe she had to graduate from high school and get on her grind, like a lot of us Americans do. And when she go into the grocery store and say, "Hey, eggs are $8, $9. How am I feed my babies?" I can't.
Did you buy her some groceries, Brent?
I can't
Hey, hold on, Brent. Hey, Brent, hold on, Brent. I got a watcher that's watching us right now. Shout out to all of our watching. We got about 100 people watching on Facebook right now, bro. So y'all just understand that we are watching. We got a lot of people watching. Brent, I got a question for you. I got a subscriber that says, "Did you buy the eggs for?"
What we did is I bought some eggs. I took 6 out for my family, and Tanika took the other 6. You know what I mean? That's how we make it down here in the trenches, JJ. Y'all should come down here and visit us sometime. You know what I mean? I know you don't have time in your busy schedule, but I'm down here with Tanika and them. I'm down here with Sister Williams from the church. You know what I mean? And they having a hard time out here. Y'all should come down here sometime and talk to the people. You know what I mean? The people y'all ask for their vote. Y'all should come and talk to them every now and then and listen to their struggle. And they don't know that somebody on Capitol Hill wouldn't raise minimum wage. All they know is they can't afford eggs. You know what I mean? And I'm sorry, JJ. I apologize to all you and all the viewers out there that my heart goes out to them people because they can't afford eggs. And I don't know how to tell them that minimum wage is too low. You know what I mean? I just know that their babies need to eat. And when Trump was in office, eggs was $3.25 a dozen. Now that Joe Biden in, they're $9.75 a dozen. You know what I mean? I don't know how.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely can appreciate the fact that Tanika and Miss Williams from the church and Pookie and Rayway and all of them are having a hard time. I do. My heart goes out to them. I do listen to their struggles. That's why I'm a Democrat and not a Republican. Because when you talk about how things were under Donald Trump, you don't need to say thanks Trump. You need to say thanks Obama. Because Barack Obama came into office overseeing the worst recession since the Great Depression. And he left Donald Trump with a robust economy that he completely cratered. So forgive Joe Biden and congressional Democrats for not being able to clean up the mess the Republicans made fast enough. We're trying, and we made great strides. But the Republicans really fucked things up, as they have a tendency to do. So you tell Tanika, you tell Miss Williams, you tell Pookie, you tell Ray, you tell all the boys on the corner that help is coming, help has already arrived, and we're going to continue to unfuck what the Republicans fucked up, because that's what we do as Democrats. That's who we are, because we don't care about Wall Street. We care about Main Street, and that's what's important for the American people.
Yeah, Jalen, man, that was, Martin Luther King couldn't have said it better. You understand? I mean, when we talk about Trump, right? And you made up a point, because I'm being presumptuous about his guilt. when I talk about him taking money from the campaign, paying a adult film star hush money for to not tell the public about whatever happened between the two of them, right? She may have provided some type of service to the campaign that I'm not aware of. He could have used his own money to pay her the money. But what I have seen thus far is on the ethics report that was filed to the state of New York, that there is a line item with the name that was paid to his attorney that somehow made it to Stormy Daniels.
Hush money.
Well, I don't know. See, we could be presumptuous about it being hush money, right? Or we can wait till the facts come out. But for some reason, I forget, Cohen, his attorney, said that she was paid hush money.
Yep.
Now, that's what he said, and I believe he was under oath when he said that.
He had to be.
So again, unless Donald Trump is telling the truth this time and everybody else is lying, we just have to sit back and wait and see what happens.
Yeah. I think this is going to be the trial of the century. We all know this is the first time an ex-president has been indicted. This trial is going to be closely scrutinized, and everyone's going to have an opinion. Oddly enough, this is something I don't have an opinion on as of yet. What I do know is that what Donald Trump represents is not good for America. It's not good for Black people. And as Black men, when we see everything we have to endure, police brutality, trying to provide for our families, trying to stay out of jail, trying to make it in this cold world, that's not something that Donald Trump knows anything about. And if we think that he sympathizes with the plight of us as Black men, go ahead and ask the Central Park Five back in the late 1980s when he put out a whole page ad in the New York Times saying that they should essentially be lynched by the state. And I think Donald Trump's feelings on Black men when you read that.
Clinton call them predators, super predators.
Listen, you don't see me up here capping for Hillary Clinton. You don't at all. I can recognize that she's flawed. But I think people who follow the cult of Donald Trump don't have that same recognition.
Agreed.
Rock, when it comes to this whole situation with I don't turn to the Constitution when I need to know what's right. I don't turn to the Bill of Rights when I need to know what's right.
You turn to Jesus, don't you?
I turn to the King James Bible. You know what I mean? And while Jesus was out here in his ministry, apostles approached him. You know what I mean? And they wanted to stone her to death. The people did.
Well,
and he set her down and he washed her feet. And he turned to those people. He said, "Down without sin, cast the first stone."
Well,
you know what I mean? So at the end of the day, are we all without sin? Does Trump not? Is he? Do we hold him to a standard that we don't even hold ourselves to? You know what I mean? Is he not? Is he perfect? Absolutely not. But when it comes to getting the job done, I think the man is capable. You know what I mean? I think the man has.
It depends on what job you want done, Brent.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want him to ruin the economy, if you want him to give tax breaks to the rich, if you want him to criticize foreign countries and call them shitholes, he's the man for the job.
Right. I salute you because you do your feed the beast, feed the east every year. You know what I mean? You doing you doing work out there for the people. I just represent Forest Hill Baptist Church, you know what I mean, who don't have a voice up there on Capitol Hill, you know what I mean, and who's struggling right now. They struggling out there right now, but paying bills, buying food out the grocery store. And if you want me to just tell them that, hey, hold tight, hold the line, you know what I mean, that's what I do. But I can't help but to empathize and sympathize with their struggle, you know what I mean? Now I didn't hear this same talk from these people, 5-6 years ago. But I hear it from them now,
Well,
So when the question's asked, are you better off now? I gotta tell them that, look, I think $9 is too much to pay for some eggs too. You know what I mean? So I don't know. What you want me to tell the people down there at Forest Hill Baptist Church, right? When they tell me that eggs and milk cost too much. Do you want me to tell them that Trump paying off Stormy Daniels? What you want me to tell them?
Hey, this is what I want you to tell me, Brent. And this question was asked by the good brother Dante, who was on here earlier. He asked you this at 2:30 today, and you still couldn't answer. What policy did Donald Trump implement that helped Pookie, Ray Ray, Tanika, and Miss Williams?
See, I'm sorry, Rock. I don't know Pookie and Ray Ray. I know Tanika Jenkins, who work at the dollar store. I know Sister Williams, who she does announcements at Forest Hill Baptist Church. You know what I mean? Those are people I know. I don't give them nicknames and stuff like that to grade their status in life. You know what I mean? I know y'all Democrats have some words for them, you know what I mean? But I don't do that. You know what I mean? I go down there, I talk to them, and I say, look, I hear you. Eggs are too much.
You notice I didn't say Democrat or Republican.
Did y'all know
Donald Trump?
Y'all know that Trump is paying, that he pays Stormy Daniels? You know, do y'all know it? You don't care about it. My point is right. People down here in the trenches, they don't care that Stormy Daniels.
I asked you in the trenches, what policy did Donald Trump institute that helps
this is the thing,
in
Rock.
the trenches?
I don't know what policy is, but people notice different. And people know that when Trump was in office, eggs was $3.25 a dozen. And now they're $9.50 a dozen. That's a significant difference.
So I don't know.
So
I don't know what grocery store you're going to. But me and you live in the
Walmart and HEB.
You at the wrong HEB if you paying $9 for eggs. And go ahead, Jalen.
Brett, you talk about this guy Jesus, and I heard about that guy too. I rock with him. You want to say what Jesus would and would not judge, and I completely agree with you. But it was more to what Jesus said when he walked this earth than who he would judge and who he wouldn't judge. I think it's important to look at his teachings, Brett. And when we look at those teachings and who tried to turn those teachings into policy, you can't say it was Donald Trump because it wasn't.
Ooh.
That's not my opinion.
Speak on it, Jalen.
When you look at Matthew 25, when Jesus was talking about who visited the sick, and who visited prisons, and who visited the impoverished. When you look at the Sermon on the Mount and the Beatitudes specifically, and talk about who helped the meek and who helped the poor, I promise you, when he tells you to get away from him because he knew you not, he's going to be talking about people like Donald Trump against the poor. Because there's more to politics than words. There's actually deeds. And when it comes to what actions have helped the people who Jesus fought for, because I think we both can agree he was really in the trenches, he wasn't rocking with y'all. And I think that's just fact.
Oh,
hey, Jalen need a Don DeMarco. What a Don DeMarco is, man?
Where can we donate to your campaign for whatever you want to run for?
Hey,
dog catcher,
Jalen for president. Jalen for president.
You want to run for, man? Because again, you're the kind of man that understands the people and know exactly how to articulate a point in our language. Like a lot of times, politicians, political operatives, they talk about policy and they talk about it in a way that's disconnected from the average person like myself. You have a way to articulate policy to where it's plain and simple. And make it plain. So whenever you get ready to run for national dog catcher or whatever you're gonna run for, man, I want to put my 50 cents in the bowl so that you can use it. And I hope you don't end up using my 50 cents to pay off the Sunday school teacher, not to tell the time you stole out her candy bowl without looking. You know what I mean?
And look, I wanna apologize to Tanika Jenkins from the dollar store and Sister Williams at Forest Hill Baptist Church, who does the announcements. You know what I mean? I want to apologize to you because I'm just a simple man out here. You know what I mean? Trying to do the work of the people. You know what I mean? And I can't articulate myself sometimes like the political elite. You know what I mean? Yeah, I try to bring the fight to them, you know, the best way I can. But sometimes I do come ill-equipped. And I just want to apologize to my people because I'm doing the best I can out here. And you know, and you know, sometimes I just, you know, I don't come with all my goddamn, you know, everything I need to. So I'm gonna continue fighting the good fight for you, Tanika Jenkins, and Sister Williams down there and Forest Baptist, who does the announcement. I'm gonna continue fighting for y'all, but hopefully I can pray and get the wisdom needed to fight these fights. Because right now I just don't have the equipment. You know what I mean?
Jalen got his
That's
hands
necessary.
up, man. What's up, Jalen?
To Tanika Jenkins and the people who attend Brett's church, I'm going to do more than just pray, because the Bible tells us that faith without good works is dead. I think it's important to know that for me as a Democrat and as somebody who cares deeply about our community, I'm not going to come ill-equipped because I know the stakes are too high for you. I know that the suffering is too much. I know that the cost of groceries is too high. I know that the cost of healthcare is too high. So when I look at the totality of these issues, I'm not going to come empty-handed. I'm not going to come ill-prepared like our good brother up there, God bless him. I'm not going to come with thoughts and prayers because I know you need more. And I promise you we're going to deliver for the American people and for the people of that great church.
Oh, Brett.
That dollar's active. That dollar.
I should have set it up 2
That
seconds
dollar
ago.
is active.
You know, no, he chewed my ass up tonight.
Hey, Brett. Hey, Brett, hold on, Brett. Hold on.
Hey, if anybody out there want to send a super chat
you know what?
to Jalen or make a donation, please go ahead and do so. I will make sure that those funds are diverted to his account. Please, you can send a super chat or a sticker on his behalf, and I'll make sure that Jalen is appropriately rewarded.
On that note, man, hey, man, I want to say shout out to Jalen, man, for popping on. It was a surprise to me, but I appreciate you coming on, my brother. As always, it's always an honor and a pleasure to see you on the Sexy Cigar Lounge. You know what I'm saying?
You know, it's always a blessing to be on the Sexy Cigar Lounge.
Yeah, bro. So,
and you know what? You know, I know I've, you know, had back and forth tonight, but you know what? I appreciate what Jalen's doing. You know what I mean? Because unlike so many people, he actually done chose to serve in you know, in some capacity in which he can, you know, create change for the community. So my hats goes out to him, man. You know, I was, you know, just giving him a hard time tonight or whatever, having fun, you know what I mean? But I appreciate Jalen. I learn something from every time he speaks, especially in the clubhouse spaces. So, you know what I mean? Ain't nothing but respect, you know. So, you know, if I was to see his name on any tied to any type of office or any type of position, you know, I would definitely vote for him, you know, because I think he is sincere with his efforts. So, you know, shout out to him. So we need more people out there like Jalen who's willing to go out there and get involved in the political process. So, you know, I respect Jalen a great deal, and I'm glad he came on and chewed my ass up. You know what I mean? But it is, you know, I enjoyed it, and you know, I shouts out because I learn every time I talk to him, but I think that this is what more people need to do to learn about the policies and everything that's going on up there on the Hill, so we could be better informed. So, you know, shouts out to him.
Well, Brett, I love you too, and I love hearing your opinion every time that we are in Clubhouse together debating any issue. I love being on the Sexy Cigar Lounge. I love it.
Hey, man, Hey man, I want to give my brother, my little brother, Drewski, a chance to say his piece, man. And we're gonna go around the table, man, before we check out, man. Drewski, what you got, my brother?
Hey man, I was just sitting back listening, man. I think that this was a very informative show. I was glad Brent got off his soapbox. Brent, aka Deacon Deers. But no, this was very informative, man. I do think that Trump got an answer for that money, bro. Like, what did you do with those funds? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, but we got to see what happens when he go to court and everything come out. Then we'll see what's really going on. I don't have no judgment over here. So, but make sure y'all follow us on all social media platforms at the Sex Cigar Lounge, man. Tune in. We got more heat coming. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we're not gonna let nothing stop us from bringing out these shows. You know. So back to you, JJ.
For sure, bro. Hey, by the way, this is our second page. Please go over to our main page, the Sexy Cigar Lounge on YouTube, and hit that subscribe button. Anton, what you got, my brother?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna have to agree with Jalen on this. Everything we going off of right now seems to be premeditated by fake media and fake news. So until we actually see some facts and documents coming up from, the proceedings, I really don't have an opinion too strong about his guilt. Although I do agree with Mr. Miller, mismanagement of funds, if that is what it justifies as in the end, it's not a good look. Not a good look, especially for the president, because then that further proceeds like, what else has he been mismanaging? Leave it at that.
For sure, man. As usual, bro, it's always good to have you, man, on the podcast. You know what I'm saying? Rocky Miller, what you got, big bro?
Hey man, it's always good to be on here and have a conversation with you guys, man. I thoroughly enjoyed having this conversation with Drew, Dub, Brent, yourself, JJ, and most definitely Jalen. I just really want to let everybody know, man, my beard is on its way back, man. As you can see, it took a couple days off, but it's on its way back. It should be back at full strength
Hey,
probably
don't
in
you
about
ever
a
do
week.
that again. Don't you
Never, bro. Never.
Thought you was going through something,
don't you
bro.
ever do
Do
that
it.
again. You like a
Mm-mm.
60-year-old baby right now, bro.
All right, man. So yeah, I'll have it back on here shortly, man. Much love, everybody. It's
For
always a
sure.
pleasure.
For sure, man. Brent Dawg, what you got, my brother?
Hey man, it's all love, and I try to bring the position of the devil's advocate to a lot of the spaces that we hold, or the case may be tonight. I'm glad there's people out there like Jalen Rock, people who are informed, and because we know there's a lot of news media out there that's biased. We know there's a lot of these bloggers and stuff out there that's biased. So people are getting their news and they're not understanding it. Sister Williams from Forest Hill Baptist Church, who do the announcements, she don't understand that shit. Tamika Williams, who assistant manager at damn Dollar Store, she don't understand that shit. And we need people to kind of translate to us, hey, what in the hell is going on here? You know what I mean? And I thank God that there's people out there like Jalen and Rock who could come down and kind of like explain it in a way that makes sense to us everyday folk, JJ. You know what I mean? Because that's who I'm down here with, and that's who I talk to every day. You know what I mean? I definitely don't try to pretend like I'm some type of Sunday guy on the goddamn C-SPAN. I just try to say, yeah, hey, eggs are too damn much. That's what I tell Sister Williams. Eggs are too
But
goddamn
we
much
can't
right now.
sell we can't
You know
sell
what I
our
mean?
soul We can't sell our soul because of the eggs.
They were cheaper 3 years ago, Sister Williams. I don't know why. Goddamn eggs are went there. And I go out on behalf.
You should go buy a hen.
I go out on behalf of Sister Williams and Tanika at Dollar Store and ask the questions, you know what I mean? Because they don't know. I don't know, and I'm just trying to, do work for them or whatever the case may be. But we tired of it. But like I said, I'm glad. I thank God we got people like Jalen and Rock who, say, hey, this is what's really going on. You know what I mean? And you need to know this. You know what I mean? And I appreciate them. And hey man, it is what it is, and we're gonna disagree on some things, and far as Trump goes, look, I don't give a damn where they send these pilgrims to, how they crucify them or whatever the case may be. I just want Sister Williams to have some money to buy some goddamn eggs. You know what I mean? That's what I fight for. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it's all love. Because we all down here.
We may need to have an egg drive, Brent.
Yeah, we all down here trying to survive, you know what I mean? So, hey, man, it's the Sexy Cigar Lounge on all social media platforms, Clubhouse, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Follow us. I'm Saint_Brand. I love y'all, man, and it's all peace and love over
Both
here.
YouTube channels.
Hey, man, last but not least, my little brother Jalen, what you got, bro?
Just to speak to the topic, I think everyone needs to wait and see what the evidence shows. I can't say right now whether Donald Trump is guilty or innocent, and surprisingly enough, I really don't give a shit. We have more pressing concerns as a nation right now than who Donald Trump paid hush money to for giving him a blowjob. We got to worry about Tanika and Sister Williams at the church and what they're going through, because those are some real concerns. And what I can appreciate about Brett is that even though he doesn't count me as one of the everyday people, which I am, I put $20 in my gas and got a time like everybody else, is that we really have to come together, not just as Americans, but as Black people in a Black community, and see how we can push this thing forward.
But I'd like to ask you one question, Jalen. Speaking to that $20, how far can you go in a jet with $20?
Bro, I don't got a jet.
Oh,
Air Force One yet.
No, go ahead, Jalen.
As I said before, and I'll continue to say, one of the things I can appreciate most about the Sexy Cigar Lounge, not just from a professional but a personal standpoint, is the diversity of opinion and perspective that it brings. Bringing so many people together from indeed all across the nation, from all walks of life, and having us hear each other's thoughts and ideas and see each other's strengths and our flaws, and have a cohesive room where we can argue and yell and bicker and come back the next day like it never happened. I think that's something special, and that's something that's rare, and that's something that needs to continue. So I appreciate the opportunity to be on this podcast with y'all.
Hey, man.
Shout out JJ for bringing us together.
Hey, man. Hey, I appreciate y'all guys, man, for coming on, man. I know everybody got things they got to do, businesses, jobs, and everything. But, bro, I really do appreciate us getting back on track with these podcasts. Again, this is our second page. Please go over to the first page and subscribe. We will be back on that first page next week. Again, Jalen, it was a super surprise that you popped on, but of course, I always want you on here, brother. Thank you for hushing Brent up, because Brent needed some real, political information.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even though he's my brother, I love him to death, but you came in and you shut him down, and he listened. And he listened.
Yes.
He listened. You know what I'm saying? So
I learned from Brett. Brett learned from me. We all learn from each other.
Hey, the only thing I learned from Brendan is not to act light skin. If you're light skin, don't act it. You know what I'm saying? But hey, man, Donald Trump. Hey, man, I don't wish jail on nobody, but bro, you reap what you sow. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes, you do.
Hey, man, shout out to all of our subscribers. You know what I'm saying? We will be back tomorrow, and we will be back with Drunk Champ. We'll not have no videos for Drunk Champs. No more videos. You know what I'm saying? So.
I don't know. I think JJ freezed up just then.
It
But
did.
yeah. But
Yeah.
hey, thank y'all for coming out, supporting us tonight. It's the Sexy Cigar Lounge. Follow us on the main YouTube channel. Okay, JJ, you there?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Can y'all hear me? Hey,
Yeah.
man, stay tuned for the next
I
episode.
think he hit leave instead of stop. You know what I mean? That's just what I think.
Hey, stay tuned for the next episode, man. Shout out to everybody that's been watching, and peace out.
Peace, family.